one of my best friends, who's still my best friend to this day, invited me to this thing called 180. And it was a Duck Dynasty night at 180. And I was like, what in the world is going on? So I show up, there's a meal, I meet Pastor Jeff, he's running the show at the time. And I start coming to 180 pretty regularly with my best friend Garrett. And then there's Serve that following year. And I'd never done Serve before. I was scared to death. Showing up. Serve ended up being one of the best weeks of my life. And then we get to Thursday night, which is usually like it's our last experience, our last message for the week. Kind of like a candlelit service next door in what is now the 456 auditorium. And we walk in and all these Serve students are circled around the entire auditorium and we're all holding candles. And the song, the band is playing the song One Thing Remains. The main chorus of that song is, your love never fails, it never gives up, and it never runs out on me. And I would say that's the moment that Jesus just hit me. Hearing those lyrics, I think I just realized, I think that's what I need. Because so much of life has been loss, things that you trust in and are taken away, or things that you try to rely on can just be easily gone the next day. And hearing the lyrics, your love never fails, it never gives up, it never runs out on me. I just started crying. I was just weeping. And that's the night where I was like, Lord, that's what I want. This is what I want for my life. Yeah, really early on, I would say I became very responsible very, very fast. And that was largely due to the part of my mom passed away when I was 5. Which is, kind of rocks a family, it changes everything. And so, age 5 and on, it was kind of me, my dad, my 2 sisters. But then we became a blended family in 2006. My dad married my stepmom. I gained 2 stepsisters, and so now it's, there's 5 of us, 5 kids, 4 girls against 1 boy. So I was always outnumbered, but there were times where it had its perks. Some things happened, and my parents actually ended up divorcing, in 2012. So we were, kind of experienced a little bit of like restoration, like, oh, we got a whole family, I've got a motherly figure in my life. And then again, it was kind of gone, which was hard. For Dad, it was hard seeing him alone again. That responsibility that I felt early on, now even felt more prominent being an older sibling. Thankfully, they've remarried. They're good now. They got remarried, and that's been great. So our family's back together again. And what's really cool is looking back and seeing all that happened and maybe not understanding it at the time, and seeing where I'm at now as the current 180 pastor. I get to kind of be the person that I needed when I was in middle and high school. And I can understand most situations that some of these kids are going through. A few months in this role, there's a 180 student family here at Union Chapel who lost their mom unexpectedly. And that just resonates so much deeper with me, because I'm like, I can just understand how shocking that can be to a family. So it's kind of cool to see all those situations that I've been through now being put to use to comfort others in the ways that I feel like I needed when I was younger. And that's exciting. I enjoy that. Your love never fails, it never gives up, it never